arrived at Horse Heath, the novice, and we just walked across country and we're all tacked up. Just need to put his bridle on for the dressage. The cross country looks really great. Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. My camera microphone wasn't really working with the wind at Horse Heath, but here is the event vlog. So here's the dressage test coming down the centre line. I thought he was a bit wiggly, and you can see his halt was relatively square, but he could have been a lot squarer and kept his contact throughout the bridle. We actually scored a 31.8, which I thought was quite a generous score because Ruffian, I didn't seem to think he was very expressive throughout his test. I thought it was quite a boring test to watch, and I feel dressage tests always feel worse than they actually look, because I always watch back the footage and it never looks nearly as bad as what it felt. But I must say I didn't ride the test very accurately, and that canter transition was supposed to be over X and I cantered quite early. But he didn't feel too tense throughout this test, but I must say when I did the medium trot and the medium canter down this long side, it was supposed to be medium canter, and he didn't really show any difference between working canter and medium canter, so I would assume we scored quite low on that. That was better trotting over X on the diagonal, and then here was walk, and I honestly nearly forgot I had to walk at F, but I remembered and managed to collect him and keep him walking nice and forward. But this walk he felt a bit tense and wasn't really travelling forward. He was sort of bouncing up and down on the spot. And across the diagonal was supposed to be an extended walk, not a free walk on a long rein. But again, his contact and his head was bobbing quite a lot, so he wasn't as relaxed and supple as I would have liked him to be in that extended walk. And then here, just preparing him for the trot at C, which was nice and accurate. But again, on the diagonal, I was on the wrong diagonal coming down that loop on the serpentine. And then again cantering at X, which was a little better on this rein, but he tensed up and lifted his head a little bit. Watching back this video, it's so obvious that he has so much more to give throughout his tests, so there's a lot of improvement we need to do, but Ruffian's very much a horse that if he gets too overexcited, then the test just goes really rushed and very tense. Sometimes he throws a buck in, so it's almost just trying to keep him relaxed, keep him calm and concentrating on the job ahead without getting him too excited about it, but also enough excitement to look enthusiastic doing his dressage test. And then up the centre line, and then halt and salute at G. And onto the show jumping. Ruffian actually jumped a beautiful clear round in this, and it felt really smooth and comfortable. I think he even landed on the correct leg throughout the whole course, and he just made everything feel really easy, and I felt he kept a really lovely rhythm throughout the whole course. He wasn't rushing or changing pace, and he was really being careful with his back legs coming through that double. I really dislike single uprighted doubles. But he jumped through that really super. And coming round to, I think it was a 5-stride combination. And again, he sits back and has a proper look at that upright and jumps it really carefully. Round to number 7, which he jumped nice and big. And again, just collecting him, coming round to an upright, which he jumps really carefully, and then coming through this treble through the finish, just making sure he's looking at all of it, getting a good shot in and jumping clear. And on to the fun bit, the cross country. Ruffian was very enthusiastic throughout the whole of this course. He actually got a few time faults for going too speedy in this novice cross country, which I was quite surprised by. Coming up to the first combination on course, a very short 4 strides over that palisade to a rather skinny brush, and then Fence 5 was quite tricky. It was a big log coming into the water, which a few horses had problems with, but Ruff had a look at it, but did jump it, and then jumped super through the water over that fence, getting a good shot and a good stride through all the combinations. I really enjoyed this combination, especially the way they used the ground. I thought it sculpted this combination really well, and you can see it was a rather large mound coming down to the second part of this combination, and this is how it rode. He got a really great jump into this combination and then coming down the hill and just popping over it. Found it very easy, and he was a really good boy. And this was an A, B and C element, I believe, on course, and this is how it rode. He jumped in quite bold, which I thought would mess up my striding to the log, but I just sat up and held him all together to get a good shot over the log and then up and over the corner. Ruffian and I finishing and placing 6th at this novice. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you in the next video.